Hi everyone, I'm Mohammed Bilal and you're watching Trendsetters Academy. So today in this lecture I will tell you how we create a quiz game. So it's quite seriously more interesting, and now the coding and development is going to be really interesting. I just covered all my beginning lectures that by following all these lectures you can create some awesome applications and so awesome. It might take 3 to 4 more lectures about this thing, but don't worry about this. I will go through each and every step here. In this, what I will do, let's start the thing. I will create some steps here that what I really needs, okay, or what my real ingredients are here. So the first thing I really need some questions. I must have some questions here, and I must know the answers about this thing because I am creating the game. So I must know that what really the right answers are. Okay. The second thing is that when I create all this thing, okay, I have questions and I have answers. So now what I must have some space, some box, something there where I can store my data. Okay, I can store my questions, I can store my answers. So for that I really need some database. So this means that questions and answers are stored in some database. That's awesome. So in last word, really the thing is, it just count all the questions, all the answers there, and it just the machine said our application will tell us what really the answers are, what are the correct and what are incorrect, and that's all the things we really need. So what going on right now? Let's start the development here, and in this lecture there's quite so simple thing I created here. It's like the first step, like I'm writing some questions here. Okay, so the first thing is I'm writing some question, and second thing is I have multiple options. Okay, so I have multiple options here. The third thing here is I know the answer here. I know the answer here. I know what really the right answer is. Okay, so now what I really do is I have to create this thing. So what I need for these things, I need some text box. I need some and check boxes or radio buttons, whatever you want to write, whatever you want, whatever you like. Okay, check boxes and radio buttons. It's up to you what you really want to like, what you really want to do. So here my code is, I already developed this code. Don't worry about this thing, what really these classes are. Just don't worry about these things. Okay, just when you create a code, when you create a new project, just click on the file and click on new project. Okay, find me this thing, and then what you do, just click on next, just write the name of your project, what you really want to do, just and click on this next button, and then just click on, and in last just finish this thing. Okay, just click on finish, and it will create the main activity. What you really want to write the name of this activity, whatever you write this name. Okay, here I write the main activity name as a quiz game main activity. Okay, so it's up to you whatever you want to write. So now let's see what happened next. I'm just cancelling it because I already created it. Okay, so don't worry about these classes here, login or main activity. Just forget about these things. Just figure on this. Just focus on this quiz game main activity class, because this is our main class. Okay, and there is a layout here. What I am doing, this is just a simple this layout. Just focus on this layout and don't worry about these things. But I'm just opening it, and what I created here, you are seeing. I'm sure that when you will see this thing, you will sure about this thing, what really this thing is. So here I have a radio group. I created a linear layout here. Okay, and wait. So I have a linear layout here and I created a radio group. Okay, so there is a radio group here which covers the all radio buttons in this radio group. So whenever I click on any radio button, it's just select only one radio button. So if I don't have this radio group, so this means that I can select multiple radio buttons. So this is the functionality of radio group. So here is our text view, and I just put some ID here, some layouts and heights, and just write the text here that what is the capital of Pakistan. Like I have this question here. Okay, so this is my question. This is purely simple example of this thing. Let me show you in my, yeah, are you seeing this thing? What is the capital of Pakistan? So this is our text view. Whatever, you can change the style of this text. So this is not in our lecture. You can change the style of this text whatever you want to be. Okay, so now this thing, are you seeing these are the ready buttons here, that what really the right answer might be. It might be Islamabad, it might be Karachi, it might be Lahore. So you can select one of them. Okay, and when you select one of them, there must be one is right and the others are wrong, but you know about this thing, so you can code, like you can compare it or you can add it whatever you want to be. Okay, so here's our radio button here, and what we are doing now, so this is our radio buttons here, and in last I just create a simple button here, and I just write submit and put some styles here, and I write the ID here is submit. Okay, so now what's going on, but the next thing is, when I click on this button, if the text it show me that what really text I select. So I just figure out that okay fine, my selection of text is right. Like if I select Islamabad, it must display the Islamabad. If I select Karachi, it must display Karachi. If I select Lahore, it must display Lahore. It's not like the way, like if I'm selecting Lahore, it shows Islamabad, or if I'm selecting Karachi, it shows Lahore. So this is not the right thing. So let's see what really the main activity code is. So here you are seeing this is our main activity, and here I write a variable of radio group here, and it's just getting the ID of radio from, you're seeing this, I already show you. Here is the ID of radio, it gets this radio ID here, and now what you do, I'm getting some submit ID, and I'm just saying button to set on click listener, and I'm saying to this button that when you click on it, you just get the ID whichever whatever checkbox you select. Okay, so this is the question one. What question one is the radio group. Okay, so it just get the ID of the selected radio button, and it stores the ID in this selected ID. Okay, so I just write this line for showing that what really the ID is, so it show me in some 6 figures. Okay, so here's our another radio button, like what I said, it's the selected ID. Okay, so it's showing that what really the ID is. Okay, so here I will show that whatever the radio button is selected, it just get its text here. Whatever the radio button is selected, so it select its ID and pass that ID here, and then what it do, it displays that context, it displays that content, whatever the content is. So here when I select Islamabad, this stores displays me Islamabad, and if I store Karachi or whatever Lahore, it displays me Lahore and Karachi. So this is about simple, this is just one question, and it shows me like this thing. This is just the basic beginning of how we create quiz game. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed this lecture. That's all about this thing. We will see in next lecture that how we compare the thing and how we create. I will create 2 to 3 more questions, and that's quite more clear about these things, and then we will connect with the database, and in last we create overall pure mm, pure quiz game. So don't forget to subscribe, and if you have any issue you can comment me, like if you really want to develop some awesome applications, so don't forget to subscribe.